Welcome, GeorgeF551 here again on the Craft Theory server. It's starting to roll on the tongue a little bit better nowadays. Anyway, this is yet another progress report video on the Under Arms Hotel Oceanside Resort. As you've seen last one, if you haven't already, we got the main structure built there, and if we F5 and F1 properly, which happened, you can see that there's not much done here. A little bit of detail on the ceiling. Laid out the stairs. We had two sets, but we got rid of the ones that were on the other side because they would interfere with these, which go all the way up. There is going to be a wall coming through here, hence why there's a gap. Blah, blah, blah. All the wonderful stuff. Added ladder elevators that go all the way up and down. And while the physical doors are missing, when it's installed, there'll be metal doors here. You can't get into the area where the hotel rooms are because it'd be locked off. Anyway, up here on the second floor, this staircase will both lead to this hallway, and I've knocked out the windows here and put in a set of doors because, as I've mentioned, this is going to be a complex. This was the main building, hence that there may be more than one. I'm growing some jungle trees, and one of them just grew on camera if you caught it in the very edge of your vision. And this comes out to a little porch that is lit by torches as you go down this gentle slope. This way, this way, this way. This is not a kind hill. I was planning on it coming straight out and going down, but as you can see, that's not exactly a nice hill. And this isn't done yet. I needed some of the more of that jungle wood. And it comes out to this beach here, which will be expanded upon here. I'll add more sand since I have more sand. So this beach will be expanded, so there'll be more. And I was thinking it was going to be pretty much like maybe a little boathouse or something. And then more stuff over there on the far end. I might not bother with that. I'm not sure. Might have a little something there. And, this looks a bit cleared out in a, these trees kind of left in a blaze of glory if you know, waka waka there. Got more beachfront. Got beachfront over here. That's got to become something. Maybe flatten some of this out so it's more usable. And over here, kind of like a lot of beaches, they have a giant raft that's like out in the middle of a, you know, like a middle of a pond or something that you could swim to. Well, except this is an actual ocean, and you could boat or swim out to this little section right here. As you can see, it's not completed. I needed some of the jungle wood to continue. Just a little deck that you can stop on, and like I said, this beach will get expanded a little bit. Probably that way, not sure. But definitely a little more that way, and you got some work to do over here as well. And a lot of cows. So that's what we got right now. So during the day, which is pretty much almost over at this point, I'll be working on the land part of everything. And during the night, I'll go in the main building, which is fairly safe because every possible access point outside of the front doors, which the monsters have a hard time finding anyway, are blocked off. And what I'll do is I've been growing. Okay, I was fighting monsters at night. That's why that's there. We don't need this. We don't need that. Plenty more of that where that came from. So we got dark oak wood here, and that will be our roof for the main hotel. As you can see, anything that's somewhat possibly accessible is quote-unquote boarded. So what I'm going to do is, when it becomes dark, we'll start working on the roof, and we'll come back at that point. Meanwhile, I'll cut that tree down over there and plant another. Wow, this is taking a lot longer than I thought. I just simply want to put a roof on the place and make the second building, or at least the foundation. It's taking way longer than I thought. You know, I started around 7 o'clock. I took a break from 8 to 9. And I thought maybe by 11:30 I would be done. It's 1:20 and I'm not done. And I almost got all the roof done. Just this one section left. One area looks just a hair funky because of the way the roof is. Like right here where this dormer is. For that one piece that sticks out a little bit. That follows the normal roof line. And here's that section. And you can see there's a dip here. That's because this is the one part of the building where the dimension from front to back is actually an odd number. And from, well, I shouldn't say front to back, side to side on the main building is an even number. And where it indents, it's an even number. So again, the only time it's an odd number is this section here from the bump out to that side. Which also brings up another little problem, which I'm trying to figure out the best workaround, which is on the sides. You can see it here. This is the exterior wall. I put the underarms logo, which of course appears backwards to us inside, but appears normal on the outside. Thing is, the underarms logo is a 5x5. That being said, from there to there is an even number, so it doesn't really fit, so it's a little off to one side. So I know the way the logo looks, that it looks a little better one way than it does the other. In fact, if we go here, you can see right there, have a little, like I said before, you know how some lakes have a pontoon, like dock in the middle? Well, it's actually on an island. Now, if I put that in the upper right-hand corner so you can, to stretch it out so you can see it better, that has the underarms logo in it as well. And it looks like it's actually going to the right a little bit, but in fact, that is perfectly centered because the dimensions are odd in both directions. Whereas that's not the case here. So what I did is I put the underarms logo one to the right on one side and one to the left on the other, so we can, whoops, so we can take a look at it and see which side looks better. So this is the first side that I did. Okay, yeah. Alrighty. This is the first side. In a way, it looks a little more balanced because there's more quote-unquote meat in the letter A than there is the U. But in a way, it kind of looks like it's kind of way off to the left because the way the A is rounded, where the roof line is starting to come down from the center. So that's one way. And before I Okay, we gotta really switch when we want you to switch, because right now I don't need little swirly obstructions, so we can take a good look at things here. As you can see, I'm growing some trees here to make things that are... Oh, good. This has to be in the wrong spot. Anyway. Yeah, kind of hard to do. Yeah, this... I might go with this look. Because, like I said, with the way the roof goes down and the A goes down, it sort of almost looks more centered, even though there's no way to center the logo. I might just go with that. Like I said, at night I'm working on the roof. So yeah, I'm thinking I will go with that. If actually I know what I can do to actually be sure on this side. I want to right about there. Just gonna pillar up just a little bit. Yeah, right about there. Yeah, that doesn't look as forced. I think I'll go with that, because you can see that the tip of the U and the slant of the A pretty much almost looks the same, so... Yeah, there's limitations to Minecraft. And making an odd number logo fit in an even numbered spot, it's not fun. Anyway, again, we got this little walkway. I finished it up. It actually comes to a point. And yeah, not so much over here, but especially over here, the beach has been expanded to go all the way out here. And here's where the second hotel building will be going. I believe it'll be 5 rooms. This is going to be what is referred to here in New England as a quadruple decker. There'll be 4 floors on this side because it's built into a hill. And the rooms are... they're 5 by 5, so I mean, they're not exactly... as big as they are in the main building. And then, holy terraforming Batman, this was a challenge. The way this hill was, it was a little high. I wanted the level... die. Anyway, I wanted the level of where the floor would start to be literally at the ground level, but this hill was just a hair too high for that, so it's gonna be a step up to the wraparound porches that are gonna start from this end, wrap around that way, and end on that side there. So on this side it'll be flush to the ground, and on that side it's raised by 1. So I didn't have to terraform it as much, only had to remove 1 moderate sized layer and a very tiny second layer that was on top of it over in that section. End result, we got this. And maybe, this is the way it is, I might just terraform it so you step up to this. I'm not sure. I might just leave it the way it is. So that's the update we have now. Although I'm not sure how I'm going to treat this section right now. As this is the absolute end, I think I might just terraform this hill a little bit to look a little less, jagged, so it doesn't look kind of forced. So I mean, you get this little piece that needs to be mined out. put the foundation in for there, and I gotta actually knock out a section here and there for the wooden floor. And if I put the underarms on the left side of the screen, see, Minecraft distortion kind of helps a little bit in some way. That version of the underarms logo, one to the right, does look a little more quote-unquote centered, even though, like I said, can't center an odd numbered logo in an even space. So yeah, that actually does look better that way. I'm gonna go with that, as I said. Oh look, the sun's going down. I think I'm gonna head up and fix that now, in the safety of a well-lit room. In the safety of an attic that, even though there's a section of it missing still, it's still quite a bit safer than being out here at night. So yeah, that's what I got right now. Oh, I haven't finished. I need to go down one here. So when we come back, we'll have a little more progress. Well, next day, another half hour, and the roof is done. Looks a little weird in ways, but you know, I've seen buildings like this where the larger portions had a roof that was higher, and those that were sort of eased back were shorter, again, like you see here. I've seen that before. And there's torches up here so people on the upmost levels can actually sleep. Similar to the roof that goes over the front entry over there. Torches there so people that are near those rooms can sleep. And here's the one place where it's kind of weird. We got the recessed area here, so it's all, you know, so it's shorter, but over here it's the same as the long sides because this is where the bump out from this section over here is located. And of course it would suck if I trap myself on the roof because there's no way to get down safely unless I build a really ugly looking dirt scaffolding. So what I did is I purposely left a hole in the roof so I could go like that, go like that. Roof is done. Everything is done. Just look around, make sure we don't have any holes. Okay, that looks like crap. That looks like crap. That doesn't look good either. And just fill in some of these voids that just don't look as nice as they actually can be, considering the lighting needs to be reworked up here a little bit anyway. Let's just F3 it. Although according to the light line, the third from the bottom on the left, light 10, then you see 0 sky 10 block, but the number block, now it's 9, now it's 8, now it's 9, now it's 8. So long as it doesn't go, so long as it does not hit 7 or lower, it's okay. I'm just using darker materials, so it tends to look a little darker. So yeah, for the most part the roof is done. I'm just need to put in these I just need to support it because, as we know in Minecraft, if you do not support your structures, they will fall down. I don't know why they had to put gravity in the game. Why couldn't blocks just simply levitate? I don't know. And yes, for those of you that might be a little slower, just got up, I'm being sarcastic. Anyway, this isn't going to take too long, which is why I'm actually boring you with this, is I'm just finishing up the structure, and we're going to go outside and, oh, come on, take a look at it. And we are going to put something there. Oh, we just have enough to do the job. We need more torches there. Near the underarms logos backwards. Now let's go take a look at it from the outside. I'm not going to go down the stairs. I keep forgetting about the ladder elevators that I have. We'll go all the way down. And here we are. Did a little bit of floor detail here in the lobby. I realize now that these doors will all have to come out and be put back on. And here's the covered entry, which... Wow, that tree already grew. I just knocked it down like 5 minutes ago. Alright, can I get there from here? Let's find out. Yeah, why be simple when it can be a project? Yeah, I moved that underarms logo one that way. Like I said, the building is... The dimensions are even numbered from there to there, but the underarm logo is odd numbered. So yeah, even though it is off to one side, it does look fairly centered just because the way the A drops down and the U goes all the way up, but the A doesn't on that side. So yeah, that's kind of a way to make it work. So now I gotta put one of these over on the side entrance, and we'll come back when we get that done and get ready for the next building. Alright, I gotta head back in town because, well, that's not my main pickaxe, but my other one's kinda in need of repair. Crossbow's alright. And yeah, the sword is definitely starting to go bad, and yeah, you don't want something like that going. So, did a little more interior work. Like, here's the elevator lobby on the basement level. This is still the same. I stole a little something from DieselDesigns and used it to make this entrance. Doesn't quite look as good here, but on his build, what little this is makes it epic. Got some decoration here. This is going to be the restaurant, and over here there'll be a hallway. This and that stairway will be closed off a little bit. And this is the kitchen. It'll be in here. Here's check in and check out. And you might notice that you can kind of see daylight. That's because if we head out here under the new canopy, which I believe I've shown you. I don't know how YouTube compression's doing, but yeah, I can't jump that. Some of the windows have glass in it now. So the boarded up windows, yeah, you can see that better here. The boarded up windows are, hi creeper. Anyway, as I was saying, the boarded up windows are no more because we now have glass there, so nothing can creep in. And per usual, now I'm aiming down because you probably have seen it, and I'm aiming away on purpose for the same reason, is I tend to not do well with figuring out how much material I needed. There, here again, this side with the windows in it. Of course, still got more levels that need it. I thought I got enough yellow stained clay to make the second building in this complex, and no, I didn't. I decided that I was gonna go with a New England style of building, although this is in clay form, so technically clay is stronger than wood, so I am building what is a quintuple decker. Typically here in New England, These type of buildings are made of wood, and they're typically 3 stories tall or triple deckers. Those are the most famous. Some that are built into a hill or even freestanding are 4 deckers, and definitely those in hills. There's one like a quarter mile from where I live that's a 5 decker made of wood. And in the next town over, Fitchburg, Massachusetts, they cheated quite a bit and did the first floor in masonry, but there's a 6 decker. Pretty much top 5 floors are made of wood. And the top 5 floors are made of wood. First one made of brick. Anyway, I know I'm kind of still showing off things, but here's where the elevator's gonna go, and yeah, kind of dead giveaway right there, but not necessarily. But I just barely had enough to do a tiny piece of the 5th floor. However, here's what I'm trying to hide from you, and didn't do a very good job. When it comes to the other side of the building, I think I fell a little short in the, just a tad short in the yellow, the yellow clay. Just a little short. Yeah. And I also forgot to put the decking there and there and there. As you can see, I did on those. That's the 1st level, 2nd, 3rd, 4th. And a tiny bit of the 5th, at least in terms of the decking. We got that much done. I'm telling you, it was a big pain in the butt to put this bump out on. I kept getting it wrong. It's still wrong, but I figured, forget it. Too much effort. This is the quote-unquote ADA compliant section, where I kind of show you there's stairs and a ladder elevator. Anyway, you know that detail I shown you here in the doorway leading into the restaurant here? Anyway, we got doors here, so now we don't have to. Like I said, I borrowed this from DieselDesign, and if I remember, I'll put a link to his channel below in the comments. See this right here? I borrowed it from him, and right now, I think we'll head back to his hotel on the other side of the map and show you how it looks when it's done on a much larger scale project. We're back here at DieselDesign's hotel. As you can see, it's moved on quite a bit more. And I wanted to show you the effect where I got the idea to frame that door to the cafeteria in the underarms. That window treatment right there and that there, same thing, minus the quartz. I want to see this hotel again. It's put a crap load of effort into it. From what I understand, there's going to be a pool or something here, and underneath here will be like a restaurant. Anyway, he's got an actual redstone elevator, which, if you noticed how, I won't, but I'll just go this far. You know, there was a small section that went beyond this octagon tower. That's actually where all the redstone is. Granted, he copied this design from somebody else, but compared to what I can do, even copying, I would get it wrong anyway. Alright, this is the floor selector. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm just going to go up 1 floor. Basically, there's a slime block under there to protect you. And you tap the button. then it was supposed to take me to the floor that I chose, and now I've derailed everything. Yay me! Can I get it back in? Yes, I can. Let's try another floor. Apparently, I did something wrong. Port hates me. Yeah, it's not liking me. So this is what I'm gonna do, is I'm just gonna temporarily get rid of something. Then great. Yeah, great. Wonderful. It's not letting me put it down anywhere. Well, I'm going to deal with this off camera. Pretty much everything I wanted to show you is everything I wanted to show you, and I don't have a clue how I'm going to put that cart back on. The elevator doesn't work for me. Now you wonder why I use ladders for the elevators? Well, now you know. George F551 saying, hope you enjoyed, have a good one, and I'll leave something for Diesel about this issue.